Hey folks, how's it going out there? Welcome in, happy May. I was just pulling some cards. Seeing what we're gonna do today. What is going on out there in YouTube land? Hey Bev. How's it going, girlfriend? I'm glad you got your medicine. Welcome in. Yeah, so I'm just pulling out some cards. And I was looking at my animal apothecary for today. Maybe sacred medicine oracles. See what we all need. Give everyone a prescription, huh? And of course, my favorite deck, my absolute favorite deck. We're going to play with that one. I thought maybe we'd do a May, see what's going on out there for everybody. Got this pretty new bracelet I'm going to put on. If I can manage it on my own, because, you know, it's getting to that point where I can't. Of course, this one does have an extender on it, which I'm going to have to remove. Because I catch extenders on everything, because I always need a tiny bracelet. So an extender's a waste on me. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Pretty blue stones. I like it. Anyway, welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm going through some of my tarot cards because YouTube has big problems with naked people, even on tarot cards, and there are naked people on tarot cards for reasons. But some decks don't have them, so I'm trying to make sure I don't have naked people that'll get a strike for me or something. Yeah, see, some of them just do have naked people. And this is a pip deck. So, all right, well, if we pull her, we'll have to cover her up, unfortunately. So check it out. My daughter brought me this. It's just the cutest thing. It's a Grateful Dead bear holding a peach. I mean, come on. And Jim actually sent me his drawing, and I have a frame for it. It's going in a frame later. That is from Jim of Jim and Julie, Mr. James McIntyre. And I love it. Thank you so much, Jim. Made me really smile when I opened it. All right, so I think we're going to go with these, and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully there won't be any troubles. But yeah, so if you guys have some questions, let me know. I'll do a free pull like I like to do for folks. You want an extensive reading, there are pinned at the top and in the description below is the pricing that I'm charging for readings if anybody's interested in a real one. You know, more than general YouTube type of reading. Let's see. Still looking for another deck here. Oh, I haven't played with that one in a long time. Maybe we'll get that one out. That's a good idea. All right, I'll set these aside. I have to move some things to get to what I want. Yeah, I bought this one a long time ago. This is a good one. The animal spirit, the wild unknown. All right, let me clear my desk. See what we got going on here. Very cool deck. Yes, we'll play with these today too. All right. So, set these to the side. My desk is not very big, unfortunately. But we're going to start with this deck. Oh, they did not. Now you're just lying. Oh, too funny. They made those to go to war with people so they didn't melt in their pockets. That's where they came from. Oh, see, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. You know, gotta keep my chocolate people happy. All right, so I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards representing past, present, and future, as in where we're coming from, where we currently are for the month of May, and what it's going to look like at the end. And then if we want, we can do some clarification with some tarot. How's that sound? I have to back my, let's turn my little light on. I'm knocking things over. And, back this up. There we go. Now we got some more cable at least to work with. All right, camera, you can focus, huh? There we go. That's better, right? That's just wrong. That is just so, I'm so sorry, Beth. You know, I thought, you know, M&Ms are safe to ship. I mean, most other stuff I wouldn't even try. I know better. I definitely know better. All right. So let's see what has been going on with the general collective, bringing us up here to May. How is May going to be going for us, and where are we going to come out at the other end? These are the questions we have. Let's see. Well, that's not bad. No upside down cards. Interesting. Well, according to this, things have been going really well for us up till now with the milk and honey. I mean, that's a pretty obvious one. We don't even need clarification on it. Now, through May, we're all feeling a little bit on the orphaned side, but it's a 5. 5s are temporary situations, which is good. And May is the 5th month, so, you know, maybe it's time for a little introspection going on, which leads us over here to the thinker. Number 44, 2 4s, solid foundations, and 2 4s are an 8, which is opportunities and thinking. So I think we need to figure out how it is we need to go forward. But let's have a look and see what number 5 is for orphaned, specifically, because I did not make this deck or write it. So let's see what her interpretation is. A sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or a community the way you did before, and you need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. There you go. I believe that wholeheartedly. We're in the age of Aquarius, and as I've been telling folks since before we got here, that the universe is shaking things up, and you have a very limited window to make choices. My recommendation is make the one that you think is best for you, or the universe is going to decide. It's going to change whether you like it or not. So, are you going to be an active participant in that? Or are you just going to sit there and get railroaded and end up with whatever you end up with? Because once this shakeup happens, you're going to be stuck in that cycle for a while. Well, you know, I tried, Beth. I tried. At least it made you smile. Kind of, sort of. Saw them all melted. boy. Hey, Jack, how's it going? All right. Now, as far as prosperity, that was your general message from that card. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you will experience prosperity. I have to agree with that. You know, I mean, I am well aware I am not everyone's cup of tea. And there's very few people that show up for this stuff because, oh, I know it's horrible, evil, terrible stuff. It really isn't. But that's okay. And everyone is entitled to their own perspective of things. But just know that when you make your line in the sand, you have to stop being grumpy with people that are no longer willing to live behind it. People have their right to do as they want to do. So, hey, Regina, what's going on? Well, for you, I don't know. Right now, I'm doing a general reading for everybody. This is for the month of May, where we came from, where we're at, and how we're going to end up at the end of it. So right now, we're talking about orphan number 5. And how things are feeling, you know, unsettled. Look around. Anybody turned on the news? Yeah, don't do it. It's a bad idea. But, you know, in general, things are complicated. And a lot of it, I honestly believe, is because it's time for everyone to stop pretending, to stop doing what's expected. And I'm not saying be a jerk to people, but you know, you if you keep pretending to be somebody you're not, eventually it catches up with you. You burn out and things go badly. Not to mention that you've been deceiving people that now, you know, thought you were a certain kind of person because it's how you always presented to them. And now all of a sudden you're just somebody totally different because you're so burned out. You can't deal and you can't keep up the facade anymore. And then, you know, it causes a lot of issues. So be who you are and accept the fact that you're not everybody's cup of tea, no matter who you are. And you're going to find the people that are still with you are the people that are there for your betterment, not for ulterior reasons. All right. Now, as far as protection goes for the month, the shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed, make decisions, and heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as a whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. You know, fake personas, folks, it doesn't work well. It just doesn't work well. Hey, Jessica, welcome in. Got a glare, huh? I don't know if I can get rid of that. I don't know. Let's see if I try a different color. I don't know. If you guys need to see something better, let me know. So that's where we're at right now. Like I said, it's time. We're almost halfway through the year, folks. It's the 5th month. Okay? You're running out of time to make your choices, and the universe is making them, and it may mean that other people have decided that they're changing and walking away. It may not be you. It may be them. Try not to take all of it personal. Some of it obviously is going to be personal, but it's time to make the decisions and, to not be sitting here being miserable and feeling alone. You got to put yourself out there, and guess what? You're probably going to get stepped on. It happens more often than not. Especially, it seems nowadays, you're going to find someone that thinks just like you, and they've been keeping their mouth shut too because, I didn't want someone to think I was a weirdo for thinking that, So you got to put yourself out there, but do it in small steps. Woodstock, enough. Sorry. All right. So milk and honey. I can look it up, but I think you all understand the concept of, life is milk and honey. Things have been going pretty well, despite the crazy world. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. And I believe that's what it's been offering us. This is it. This is your chance right now. Do what you want to do. It's going to cause some issues. It always does. Every time you do something that someone else is either jealous of or afraid to do, they're going to tell you that you're wrong for doing it. Excuse me, I need to get my water bottle. That would be to spray the parrot. Woody, knock it off. I just have to hold it most of the time. I don't actually have to spray them. And it's just water. It does not hurt them. But it usually makes them stop their bad behavior. The oracle's message. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious. When all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. You just you just can't think that it's, again, you can't be passive. You have to grab it with both hands. You have to get out there and make it happen. And sometimes taking that path is going to make people in your life unhappy, which is going to make you think that you did something wrong. You are entitled to live your life the way you choose, as long as you are not hurting other people. Now, hurting other people doesn't mean, I can't believe you decided that you were going to go live in your dream place because you actually found a house you could afford and you're abandoning me. No, that's not what that means. It means that you physically took money from your friend to go do that, and that you then cut them out of your life and they didn't even get to have any of it. You can't be like that. Let's see what they're telling us. If we manage to get through this, how it's going to be coming out here at the end of the month. This is the thinker. The essential meaning is strategy, being analytical and logical. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Like I said, don't take it personal. Everybody's going through stuff and not everybody deals with it well. So they may say things that, they might mean them, but not probably quite as badly as it sounds. You know what I'm saying? So take it at face value. Just say, oh, they're having a bad day, Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. So yeah, the world's a mess. It's I think getting fixed slowly. And I do think that we, the people, have a lot of power to do that by just simply choosing to no longer play their stupid games. Because we're the only ones that get the consequences of those. So, but, even on a more personal level at home, stop fighting with the spouse, for whatever the deal is. I don't know. You want the lawn mowed. You want the lawn mowed. And why do you want it mowed so bad? What is your reasoning? Start introspecting instead of putting it out there on other people. Start fixing you. Start working on you. Because when you start being more comfortable in your own skin and more able to express what you need and want and how you think it should be going, there's less fighting going on. It's more of a rational conversation than a just out and out war. So, just, keep it real. Just really keep it real. Let's see. Prosperity message. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friend now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and triumph will be for the highest good of all. And you can take it right out of the spiritual realm and put it into the scientific realm. Pen to paper makes it more real for you, makes you more apt to follow through. This is why, vision boards and journaling and stuff works. It's an actual biological process between the hand and the brain. And you write it down, you feel more obligated to do it. You tend to put more energy into it. It's a thing. Give it a try. Right. Our protection message coming out of the month of May. You might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you into a jam. Give your mind a rest, do something creative, exercise, or meditate. Soon you'll come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. So there you go. We're being given the opportunity to do whatever we want to do. It's going to be difficult. It may feel lonely. All you got to do is make a plan, stick to it. Don't be going and getting offended by everything, because, oh boy, there's plenty to be offended about. But just stick your track and you'll be okay. It'll be okay. You may even end up finding some kind of new path of life that you didn't even know you wanted to go on, just because you made these changes here. Come June, things could be very, very interesting. How? I don't know. We're going to find out. I am 100% sure of that. All right. Let's see. I have my tarot deck over here. All right. Let's see. Get a little bit of clarification for which direction maybe we should be focusing on. Through this month to make the thinker not hurt our brain and bring us to a place that we need to be to go forward in a good way. In a good way. Always with the in a good way, right? We don't need no more problems. We have enough problems. So should we be focusing on personal, business, finances? What should we be looking at? Should we keep it close to community? Should we be going out there making, big giant statements for the public? How could we be handling this? Interesting. Very interesting. All right. And we get the Six of Swords here, right? Yep. And then the Hermit. And then the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's all about change. It's all about the swords are thoughts and words. And, you know, swords, you cut things off. You know, change. It's about change. And 6, 9, 8. Okay. Sorry. Looking at my numbers. Sorry. Transition, moving on, accepting lessons. Again, not taking it personally, realizing change has to happen in order for things to change, be better, you know? And then, you know, with the Eight of Wands, again, it's movement, change, fast. Wands are fast. They're fastest in the tarot. They actually, yes, they're fast. Wands are usually days to weeks. So, you know, you're talking 8 days to 8 weeks, sudden progress, excitement, plans, changing. And the Hermit is all about, you've climbed that mountain, you've done the research, you know, again, with the thinker and the Hermit, you know, they have the knowledge, they have the information. He has it all right here in his little lantern. He's been collecting it all up. And now, what are you going to do with it? Now you're going to move. You're going to take care of business really quickly. You're going to do what you've been deciding, what you've been thinking. You're going to follow that game plan. You're going to take the knowledge you've learned and you're going to go forward with it. Whatever it is your plan is. And within 8 weeks at the most, it should be showing you some, you know, some outcome. It should be good. There should be some stuff going on for you. Now, you know, again, if you don't do that, you're going to have not good. I mean, there's going to be an outcome either way, right? And it's going to be a quick outcome. So if you don't take action, this is not going to be the outcome you're looking for. If you do take action, it should work out really well. So that's what we're looking at for May. We have everything we need. We've been given the opportunities. We're going to have a period of loneliness, a period of confusion. It's temporary. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make our lists. We're going to, you know, get our resources together. Is that money? Is it crafting material? Is it friends? Is it food for the food bank? Is it, I don't know, whatever it is. I don't know what your deal is. Whatever your thing is, you're going to do it. You're going to make the list. You're going to get organized. You're going to get off your butt and you're going to take care of business. And then it looks like by, you know, July, whatever it is you're doing should be working out just fine. So I like that. I think that's great. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the animal oracles have to say to us for this coming month. What do we need to know? What kind of energy should we be putting out there? Ooh, all right. Hey, Terry, how's it going? Here we go, guys. Make sure you hop on over to their channels and check them out. It's going to be nice to me. It's hot. It's cold here. I got slipper socks on. You know, I mean, it's probably like 70, but, you know, it's not. We don't have a lot of sun. We have a lot of passive solar going here. So, and it's not really sunny. It's not super warm in the house. Yeah, we're trying to. Oh, and you know what? Here's the other one. 80. That's nice. All three of these ladies are trying to get. Did I type that? Yes. Trying to get to 500. So everyone help them out. Yeah, it's only 65 here. Yeah, right now it's a little chilly for us. It was 99 the first day of spring, you know. So we've had some swings in temperature, and it gets, you know, oh, I need my slipper socks back out, you know. And you're used to it being hot. All right, let's see. We get starfish and scorpion. Ooh. And this is the one that fell out. So this is going to be our overlie. Hawk. What do we got underneath? Hawk and eagle. Look at that. Very interesting. All right, let's get our book. This book is so good. All right. How do they list these? Alphabetical. Let's see. No. I'm not sure how they're listed. Hang on. 59, 89. Oops. And we don't have any earth cards. No earth cards. So no grounding. Uh-oh, we're all in trouble. Let's see. 119, 149. Sorry, guys. I should probably... I didn't know I was going to play with these, or I would have probably bookmarked them. 119, 149. All right, so we end with air cards. We start with water and fire. So here, let's bookmark these. All right. So starfish is a water, obviously. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they have forgotten their deeper calling. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, expressive. When out of balance, gossip feels empty. Gossips and feels empty. To bring in balance, you need positive friends. So once again, making those decisions about who you're dealing with, why you're doing what you're doing, with who. Are you pleasing people? Maybe you need to stop. Take care of yourself. Now we go over to our fire symbol. Let's see if we can find Scorpion. Not yet, not yet. Hang on. Yeah. It's difficult when they don't number anything or give you alphabetical order or something to work with. Here we go. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. That goes along with our, what was it, orphaned card? Passionate, competitive. The scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. When in balance, wild and free. When out of balance, jealous and resentful. To bring into balance, honesty and forgiveness. Once again, making those choices. Yeah, they were having snow in Upper Michigan the other day, so I don't even question it. I'm none of my business. I'm staying out of it. I love Mother Nature, and I'm not poking her with a stick. So yeah, again, you may feel alone. You may feel isolated. There may be a reason for it. Maybe it is you, I mean, this is something you have to decide. Where you going? What's going on? Are you surrounded by good friends, or are you surrounded by people you're trying to impress all the time? For what reason? Because they're going to give you something? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is what these cards are about. Being introspective, thinking it through. What does this mean to you? How can you make it better? How can you have that good outcome? Or is that what you want? And if not, well, you know what to keep on doing. Just keep sitting there doing nothing, and you're going to be the one getting stung. All right, so now we have Hawk. Let's see what Mr. Hawk wanted. He jumped out. He was the overlying reading energy from the beginning. Watchful, all-seeing, master of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. When in balance, it sees clearly. When out of balance, it sees too much and is suspicious. To bring it into balance, perspective shift. Again, with the thinker, you just got to figure out what's going on, what's real for you, what direction do you want your life to go, and how do you get there. Now, the eagle. See what he has to tell us. Oh, look, next page. All-pervading power, truth seeker, transforms karma. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think. When in balance, bright, radiant, and challenges. When out of balance, controlling. To bring it into balance, step into the unknown. Yep, like I said, the universe, the age of Aquarius, it's getting shaken up. It's time for truth and honesty. It's time to make your decisions. It's time to walk your path, even if it means not everybody gets to go along for the ride. This is what I've been saying for about a year. It's not a popular saying. I'm aware. I don't make it up. I just read what it says. But I feel that. I know that this is the way it is. It's a cosmic cycle. We're just here as part of it. We don't really get to decide a lot of it. We only get to decide how bumpy our ride is. And it gets bumpy if we don't pay attention and do something about it. We do have some power. We don't have power to say, oh, we're just going to have it all just stay calm all the time. No, because that's not the way it works. But we do have the power. Our power is how do we react to what happens. Sometimes we don't do well. I know I don't. Oh, what's that camera doing? Doesn't like me moving around. So there you go. That's what it's telling me. It's just time, guys. We have to. Time for us to be responsible for our future. It's time for us to step up and do what we know needs doing. It doesn't say it's going to be comfortable. It doesn't say it's going to be fun. It doesn't say it's going to be easy. It doesn't say that we're going to come out of it even close to who we started out when we went in. But it says it has to be done. And it's giving you the option to have some say over the outcome. I'm going to take it. Are you? Are you going to take it? What are you going to do with it? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's go with the animal apothecary. Let's see, as a general collective, what should we be doing? What do we need to know? How is it going to work out okay for us? What is our best course of action with this foolish world we're living in? And animal energy should we most be putting out there into the world? Nope. Unknown gift. All right. Oh, okay, number 1. Again, that's a 5. This is the Nightingale of Paradise. The Nightingale card comes when you have a profound gift that you are not currently aware of. A great endurance of difficulties leads you to unveiling the diamond within. Like I said, it's not going to be comfortable, but good at the end. This card is a gem to receive. Feel honored. There is no other card that foretells such a bounty. This gift is beyond your wildest dreams, and you possess it. Your gift is something that every cell in your body yearns to self-actualize. It is one of your most exciting and fulfilling purposes. This card is not about fixing anything or giving you the perfect solution or guidance to a current obstacle. You receive the honor of this card when grace allows you a small knowing that there is an as yet undiscovered talent within. It may take months or years to reveal this gift, but it is there, and it will come to you as clear as the noonday sun, something your truest self has always longed to actualize. Nightingale's medicine has a special message for you. You are being asked to endure time and uncertainty, for you are still in the night season, little one. Soon you will understand, and you will be able to share your gift with the world. But you must wait, as there is a reason that your gift's greatness needs time to actualize in the material realm. Beyond this, it is too mysterious to explain. Please be patient. A reality of yourself beyond your current depth and awareness awaits you. Keep the faith. You have no idea how much the wait will be worth it. Get excited for the immensity of this gift within you. It's big, very big. There you go. That sounds pretty good. I'll take it. But again, like I said, universe is shaking us up. It is. Period. The end. Whether you like it or not, it's shaking us up. Things are changing. And if you take care of business, clean the junk out of your life, even if it's painful to do so, you know what's junk. You do. You know what's junk. You know what relationships, you know what items in your house, you know what job, you know what, I don't know, hassle factor you have going on. Everybody's got something, there's always something. Start cleaning it up and you're going to find the path to your unknown gift, and it's going to benefit you and apparently everybody else. So, gee, that's worth working for, I think, There you go. And again, no specifics because everybody's got a different something. And, we all need it. We all need everybody's different stuff because otherwise we might as well just have a world of robots and we don't need anything interesting, So, anybody got any questions? Bye, Jess. Have a good one, girlfriend. So, yeah, I know. It's not always popular here that sometimes you have to put the work in, but who else is going to do it? I still don't have a magic wand. I've been looking for one, but I don't have one. It was okay. We had about 24 hours. It was okay. All right. These are the sacred medicine oracles. These give you a ceremony and an affirmation to go with them. Let's see. They got a bunch of different spreads with these two. Let's see what they got. Anything good. Now, some people like these cards. Some people do not like these cards. So I thought they were cool. I'm not trying to appropriate anybody. I think the Native American people and most other Native people from all over the world probably know more about what they're talking about than most people. So I like their information personally. Very cool, very cool. I didn't know that. I don't know if they are notated. It says that each one of these cards has a cardinal direction associated with it. Very cool. New Spirit Moon. Hope. I like that. Let's see what that one has to say. Oops. A sliver of hope and magic. The new moon is a clean slate for you to create. That's coming up here shortly. We just had our full moon. Call up your intentions during this time. Listen to the rumble of creation that exists in the core of your soul. What lights you up? What feels like fuel for your sacred fire? What is calling to you from the invisible realm of possibility? And how will you feel when your dreams become reality? It's right along with what we've been saying, doesn't it? Hey, Terry Bear, welcome in, welcome in. This is it right now. Age of Aquarius, changing, newness, shaking things up. It doesn't have to be bad. It does not have to be bad. And you have a role in making it whatever you want it to be. Your specific intentions at this time are sacred dreams waiting to be birthed. This card comes your way to remind you that no dream is too big. The stars are waiting for your instructions, and Grandmother Moon is waiting to reflect your inner light and shine brightly over the world with its radiance. New moons are a time of possibility and alignment. Stay focused on your thoughts and align them with your greatest vision. Right back to the thinker, right? Use this time to plant the seeds of inspiration and tend to them, weeding out that which no longer interests or serves you. Yes, you're going to be the orphan for a little while. It's okay. Now, they have a sacred ceremony. Do with it as you wish. I do not do ceremonies, but I do like to read them. Look up to the dark sky and see the magic of the bright white silver sliver of light. This is a beginning. There is so much that is unknown. You are handed a seed to offer into the soil of the earth, the womb of the earth mother. Take a moment to infuse it with a wish, a dream, a prayer. As Mother Earth gathers it, she transmutes it with her hands into a shooting star and throws it up into the cosmos, where it is gathered, validated, and amplified. You can now surrender and trust. Or if you prefer, let go, let God. Healing affirmation. I am ready to plant the seeds of my future. I stay aligned in my thoughts and focus on what is possible. Pretty much the message I'm getting no matter what deck I'm pulling from. Folks, it's time for us to get off our butts, do what we are supposed to be doing, whatever that is. You know, what I'm supposed to be doing is not the same thing as what you're supposed to be doing. But we all are supposed to be doing something, and we all know it. It's time for us to do it. It's time for us to move forward. It's time for us to let go of the past. That's the whole deal with the new moon, the crescent moon. It's new beginnings, starting all over again. The full moon's just passed. We'll get the dark sky, and then we'll get the new moon. And at that point, that's when you start your new plans. That's when you start new friendships, new relationships, new jobs, new craft projects, new whatever. It's a good time to do it. You got new beginnings, new energy. Awesome. Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, this is not magic stuff. I don't buy that, but I do know that every time I pull these cards, and you know, what it says to me is not the same thing it says to you, but it doesn't have to. It's not, it's a piece of cardboard with a picture, but we as human beings attribute values and feelings and different ways of thinking about these pictures and how it relates to you. And everybody's got a thing going on. My thing doesn't have to be your thing, but the advice can still be the same. And telling you to get up off your butt and take, control of your own life, yeah, that's a pretty generalized message that really everybody should be doing. But yeah, I mean, no matter what deck I'm pulling from today, that's the message I'm getting. So I'm saying for May, put on your big girl panties, pull on your boots by their straps, get out there, get it done. And if you do it, you will be rewarded, is what I'm being told. Sometimes it's pointless. You're just banging your head against the wall, but that's not what I'm being told. And I've pulled from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different decks so far today. And I think we've gotten the same message from each one. So I'm going to go with it. Seems like it's a good deal to me. Hey, even if you're going commando, man, put on a belt on the outside pants. You know what I'm saying? Like, time to get it done. Get out the suspenders, whatever it takes. Oh, boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride the last few weeks, and yeah, these cards are speaking to me. You know, the let it go stuff. Yeah, that's something that, not letting it go, all it does eat you up, doesn't really bother the situation or the other human that it doesn't know about it, and they're just buying space in your head. So why let that happen, right? Telling you. All right. Let's see what else I got in my bag of tricks over here. I just got new cards I haven't played with yet. Let's see if there's anything good here we need to know. How about your old Trust Your Vibes Oracle? That's it, man. All right. Who wants an oracle card today? This powerful deck is designed to activate and strengthen your intuition or your vibes. Each of the 50 cards in this deck offers specific intuitive tools and ways to improve your connection to your inner power. Use the card deck and accompanying guidebook daily, and you'll learn to trust your vibes and experience the ease and flow of 6 sensory living. There you go. Anybody want a card? Let me know. We'll pull one and we'll find out what it has to say. Let you know what it is you need to know. Me. All right. I got you. All right. What's Jack need to know for the month of May? This is what we're asking here, Oracle cards. Be generous. Ooh, did that say something? No. Number 32. Again, a 5. Temporaries. A lot of temporaries here going on. 32. Universal law decrees that you get what you give. Uh-oh. In other words, you receive blessings from the universe in the same measure that you bring them to others. Life is a mirror. Resist the temptation to be stingy or withhold your energy in all forms. Open your heart and be generous of spirit with those around you. Give freely what you genuinely can to those in need of your time, support, encouragement, and even money, if possible. You can also give smiles, compliments, recognition, appreciations, patience, kindness, and energy to the people around you. This emotional currency matters more than money does, but do consider offering money if necessary and possible. Adopt a spirit of abundance and generosity, and the universe will reward you with the same in return. Consider what you pay forward as an investment in your own well-being. There you go. Yep. Saying you're going to get what you put out. And what is this one that fell out? Get back to the body. Number 2. Your inner guidance is communicating with you loud and clear. However, you risk missing these necessary signals if you are stuck in your head because intuition is subtle and centered in your body. Take a break from overthinking. Which leads nowhere and wastes your time. Focus on your body's basic needs instead. Get more rest, drink more water, eat greens and proteins, breathe, stretch, and move throughout the day. Relax and take mental breaks. This will lower your stress and open your intuitive channels. Intuitive direction will immediately improve the more you take good care of your body. That's for everybody. FYI. That's for everybody. How do they know? I don't know how they know. It just, like I said, I think that we all tap into the Akashic records, the universal mind, the whatever you want to call it. Everything that ever has been and ever will be is out there in the universe somewhere. Have you met Doctor Who? Check him out. And then, when, you ask me what you need to know, I pull a card and it gives me the card that you need to hear. What it means specifically to you, I don't know. But in like I said, these cards aren't magic. But what they do is they make you think. They mean something to you. It's because subconsciously, because now we get into psychology, you already know all this stuff. You just need permission to think about it. You need a little kick in the pants to do what you know you're supposed to do. You need permission from somebody other than you because you aren't trusting your own intuition. You need to trust your intuition. Sometimes we're wrong. Sometimes we're right and it just doesn't work out because the other people weren't following along with the plan. And that's a lesson in and of itself that you can't control everything. So, that's how I see it. How does it know? Because you already have this question in your head. You already know that there's something that you need an answer to. And so by getting a little push, makes your brain kick in and makes it mean something for you. Oh, I see it. All right, Miss Terry, this one's for you. What does Miss Terry need to know about May and what she needs to take care of or not take care of or whatever? What kind of advice do we have for her? That was a bad shuffle. Try that again. What does Terry need to know? There we go. Keep pulling butterflies. That's transformation, Miss Terry. Of course, I expect that for almost every reading I'm going to be getting throughout most of this year until probably closer to the end of it. Then it's going to be too late. Then it's going to be decided. Like I said, we're month number 5 into this year now. The age of Aquarius is just starting, and this is going to go on for 2,000 years or something. But right now, here at the beginning, we have a shot to make things different for the next 2,000 years. Let's do it right. Even if we won't be here, I'm sure it'll affect us somewhere along the line. All right. Expect the best. Number 22, that's a 4. That's solid foundations. Release your fears and anxieties. The universe loves you unconditionally, and it's working hard to bring you the best possible experiences. However, sometimes the best experience is not the one you are presently hoping for. Share your desires with the universe, then ask for this or better. The universe knows what you need better than you do now and is working to fulfill your desire in ways you are not yet aware of. Trust the universe. It will not let you down. Expect the best and be open to discovering what that is. And look, that gift that we were talking about earlier, right there. See, we just got to get out of our own heads. Don't overthink. chances are, if you're overthinking, you've already thought about every good, bad, and that in between thing that could happen if you did blah. Now it's time to do it. Just do it, because good things are going to happen. Or you're going to be stuck right where you're at, and you may not really like where you're at. You know? I mean, one thing I say to people, which, I look for silver lining, even if I have to polish really hard when I find it, because you know what? I'm sure that has to do with the fact that I'm pushing 60, and that means I'm probably not going to be here for a lot longer, a lot less time than I've already been here, so I'm going to enjoy it. I don't, my days are numbered, and I can almost count them now, so I'd rather not. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to open the presents. I'm going to have the fun. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do the stuff that makes me happy. I've been doing stuff that made other people happy for most of my life. And guess what? They're not here now. Not because they died, because they chose not to be part of what makes me happy, because I'm no longer just doing what they want. And they don't like that. Well, guess what? They really don't belong in my life. There's a lot of people in your life that are like that too. And it's not that you need to get something from everybody, but you need to not. Your friendship can't be based on what can I do for you or what can you do for me. I don't know. I don't know what my words that I'm trying to say. I enjoy conversation with people without always agreeing with them. Hey, Holly, welcome in. I like to get to know what makes people tick. Even if it doesn't make me tick, I enjoy their enjoyment of it. And I know a lot of people have trouble with that. A lot of people cannot be happy for other people. I don't know why. I guess because they're very unhappy with themselves. So why does someone else's happiness ruin that for you? Make it worse for you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. So. Well, good. See, Oracle cards very rarely tell you bad things, just so you know. But if you're in a bad spot, it might tell you, get off your ass and get it done. Yours is saying, don't fight it, Terry. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Oh, look. Do what you love. See? The thing is doing what you love. Now, it would be great if, doing what you loved was making a cure for cancer and you became a millionaire because of it. You know what I mean? But if doing what you love is making money, then I guess get out there and hustle. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I like shiny, pretty things, but I no longer wish to be a slave to just working so I can go buy, and then I buy them and then I don't have time to enjoy them because I'm not even here because I'm busy working. And it gets broke by the 2 kids before I ever got to open it. Or, you know what? Priorities have to be readjusted, I think, in a lot of people's lives. We don't all need the newest, shiniest, best thing to be a happy human being. And who are you trying to impress? Because that's where a lot of it comes from. And not being able to maintain that puts a lot of people in depression and puts a lot of people into bankruptcy. So I'm not about that. I'm good with good enough. I'm good with every now and again I get the fancy, shiny new thing. And I'm much more happy with having my open spaces and my animals and a few close relationships with people. And I don't need everybody to love me. And it seems to be hard to find the good ones. And I know they're out there. I know they are. I've met a lot of y'all here right online. I just think that a lot of people are very intolerant of other people's little idiosyncrasies. Well, you have them too, believe it or not. So, don't be picking your nose in public, but, a little patina adds character. There you go. Sorry, girlfriend, I'd shine it up. You know, let your copper get patina. Oh, funny. Yeah, I was raised Catholic too. Oh boy, have I heard about me and my cards. Woohoo! Talking to demons, I am, you know. Yeah, I don't do that. Sorry. And I don't believe these cards are demon related. These were printed in a warehouse in China, more than likely. That's it. That's it, Jack. You know, and again, I'm saying don't go out there being a jerk. You know, yeah, there's limitations to being yourself. You know, not everybody should put that out in public. You know, but you know, what is so hard about being nice to people? What is so hard about that? You know, I'm like the weird person. I've always been. Oh, you know, I'll see somebody walking down the street, and I'm like, "That's a really cool shirt." I'll say, "Hey, I like your shirt." Awesome, Regina. Cool. We're here. You know, like, and like, you know, sometimes the people that, you know, you say it to, they're like, oh, well, thanks. And maybe they'll tell you a story about it or, you know, but sometimes you get the look like, why are you talking to me? It's like, I was just giving you a compliment. Don't want nothing from you. You know, like, always makes me feel good if someone says, hey, those are cute earrings, you know, and cool. Thanks. You know, I don't know. I mean, this is who I am. I'm just one of those people. And that doesn't mean I'm the nicest human being on the planet, because I am not. And if you piss me off, you're going to know about it. You are going to know about it. Yeah, you know. I just think, you know, we need to be grown-ups. We need to make an attempt not to go out there and hurt people on purpose. It's not like I've never hurt anyone by accident. I didn't know that saying a certain word or I don't know, whatever would offend somebody. I mean, I've gotten to the point of I'm offended basically by waking up on a daily basis. So whatever offends you doesn't really bother me anymore because I'm just over it. Hey, John, what's going on? You want me to pull you a card? I will. I'm pulling Trust Your Vibe Oracle cards for people today. Let you know what you need to know. So, yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I am fairly intolerant. All right, well, you have fun. Go careful. People are crazy out there. Why I stay home? I feel much safer standing between two 1,100-pound horses than I do at Walmart. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, my deal is I'm not looking to have the world change to accommodate me. I just wish that it wasn't just angry, so angry. Everyone not needs to stop being so angry. And if you really are that angry, put that energy into fixing it. But stop doing it by screaming at other people. Just go do what needs doing. Don't wait around for someone else to make it the world you want. Make it the world you want now. And I'm not saying no one will elect me king of the world. So just moved out to the desert to a nice quiet area where I can do what I want to do without bothering anyone. I changed my life. Not expected the world to change for me. I changed my expectations. I changed what I felt was necessary for my peace of mind. And that doesn't mean a big jump. The trappings. It means peace and quiet. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Bev. the priests and nuns, they're humans too, which a lot of people forget, and they don't always do the right thing, which, yeah, they should be held to a much higher standard than the general population, in my opinion. I don't care what religion they're in. You're going to tell people how to live, you better be doing it right. That's what I got to say about that. So, yeah, I didn't do the Catholic school and the priests and the nuns and the rulers. I never had that, but you know, I did the catechism and all the stuff and the things, and yeah, and every time I asked questions, I got in trouble. So, as a grown-up, I just went and learned myself. There's a lot of resources, especially with the internet now. I don't have to rely on somebody with a collar to tell me what to think anymore about God. I can think whatever I want, and you know what? The only person I'm going to have to answer to is God. So, that's between me and him now, isn't it? Oh, that's nice, yeah. Yeah, there's a big difference between religion and, you know, God and how you deal with it. You know, religions are basically rituals. Now, you don't like tarot cards, but you're okay with incense and you're okay with sacraments and you're okay with, and I'm not saying anyone in particular, I'm saying in general, and I can really only speak about the Catholic religion because that's the only one I've dealt with. I know other people in other religions. I've never dealt with their religions the way I dealt with being Catholic. I always thought there was a lot of really creepy rituals in the Catholic religion and made me wonder why. And when you ask questions, you get in trouble. So, you know, so yeah, I'm not so much into the rituals. And, you know, you want to talk rituals, just change the words. And now you're going from, you know, the Catholic Church to the occult in the cave where they're burning the same incense and saying things that, you know, we don't always know what the priests are saying either. And yeah. So yeah, I don't buy all of it just unchecked just because somebody in authority tells me so. I know how to read and I know how to get hold of books that are not popular in my Catholic religion or that have been banned from my Catholic religion. And I think everybody should have to live in a foreign country. Everybody should have to check out other people's religions. I'm not saying practice them. I'm saying learn about them. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how anybody could say that this is just all accidental. I mean, you know, there's definitely a plan. It's a whole lot more complicated than an amoeba crawling out of the ocean and just becoming everything on the planet. But okay, if that works for you and makes you comfortable, it ain't none of my business. I don't believe that. We're welcome to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like, and really, your world is your world. Your perception of the world is your reality. Period. There's no way for me to change your mind until you physically, emotionally, spiritually come to a different conclusion. And it's not going to be because of anything I say. It's going to have to be a life experience that changes the fundamental way you see the world. I'm not that person. But I don't agree with everything that goes on out there. And I believe we get told a lot of lies. And the only way to change it is to stop believing, to actually educate yourself. You know, I mean, if you're happy with what you're being told and it works for you, none of my business. Really, none of my business. Not here to change your mind. I'm just what I left society versus making society change for me. You know, I don't agree with a lot of what goes on out there, and it's just nonsense. So much nonsense. The energy expended on things that mean nothing. Imagine what could happen if they put it into, say, growing food for the country. All that energy. There could be so much food for everybody. Houses, I don't know. Things, stuff, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of wasted energy out there. Which, you know, is supposedly what Satan does, you know? Takes us off the path the way it's supposed to be. Like I said, we don't live like we're supposed to. whole, running our lives on an economy is not really what human beings are supposed to be about. I don't think. We're supposed to be artistic and helpful and curious. And I mean, how many people out there have traveled and seen this planet that we live on? I mean, Jiminy Crickets, there's so many places I would love to go to that now I don't want to travel because traveling is just so miserable. We have so much right here. We don't need to be thinking about out there and later and none of that. It's just, we got a lot going on right here. So, anywho, so that's what I see. And I think, people don't start stepping up and start making choices, and some of them are going to be hard life choices, they're going to find that the next 20 years are not going to go quite so smoothly. I think we need to start taking responsibility for ourselves. We need to start changing communities so that the people that live in them actually benefit from them instead of, getting screwed over by your neighbor because of who knows what. Your dog barks too much. I don't know. People are grumpy. I get it. I'm grumpy. I try to leave people alone, though. Anywho, what do you think? Is that enough soapboxing for the day? Y'all just let me chat and talk and get myself in trouble. Now, where did I put those? Okay, over here. Oh my goodness, I'm all fuzzy. Yeah, I thought we should have a little conversation with the animals. They know more about stuff than we do. Yeah, it's just, yeah. And again, that's why I don't want neighbors. If I don't have them, I don't have the confrontations. It's just nothing to worry about then. Yeah, I try here to be nice, but here you got to be real careful because people are all on the shady side, quite honestly, very frequently. What you doing, Riley? Riley's whistling it up for us. All right. See, as you can see, I like oracle cards more so than tarot. I have lots and lots of oracle cards. I have a lot of tarot cards too, but yeah, you like Riley? Yeah, I was listening back the other day. I was trying to catch something, and it was right when Woodstock was screaming, and I guess the microphone actually cuts it out, and you guys don't really hear what I'm hearing. Yeah, well, I get it. I do. A lot of people are very unhappy, unsatisfied with life. And a lot of it is because they just want more because they want more. Because never told them enough is okay. You just don't need all that. We are so spoiled in this country. It's beyond. I mean, just beyond how spoiled we are in this country. And people don't realize how good they have it and how little of these things that they stress and worry about are it's just a waste of energy, your energy and everybody else's energy. So, you got to find happiness in yourself. And, I guess you have to define what is happiness for you. For me, it is not yes, there is nobody in this world that wouldn't like to have a bank account that they didn't have to check prior to going grocery shopping. So they stayed within limits and still were able to pay the electric bill. There aren't very many people that really live that way. Not that I'm friendly with anyway. You know what I mean? Like, we're just not independently wealthy human beings, and there are limitations. We're not the government. We can't just go write checks and just, go billions of dollars in debt just to maintain the lifestyle that we'd like to be accustomed to. It's just not how it works. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's something that, yeah, me and several other of my friends, I'd rather have a vacation with the family than, a new dining room table or, whatever. I don't know, just what a thing. But yeah, and then that did take me some time to, I grew up with a hoarder. So everything has a story, everything has a memory, everything, you get attached to items, and that can become a problem. So I don't have, yes, I have too many knickknacks, but it's not to the point of my, everything's in a box and I'm tripping over it and, that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I mean, my mother literally had outbuildings full floor to ceiling and beyond and overflowing and falling out second floor windows because there was so much crap out there. It's all good stuff. Well, it's not good anymore because now it's all gone, it's all ruined from the rain and, the rats got into it or, whatever. It's not good anymore. Now it's just crap that has to be taken to the dump, So, I've dealt with that situation, and it doesn't help you. It weighs you down. It doesn't, you don't even go through the stuff to go through, have the good feeling memories, it's just there and you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of it because now you're doing, throwing away your memories. Well, you're not, you're really not, but yeah, it feels that way. Yeah, it's complicated, it is, and it is, and it's a form of mental illness. There's a lot of mental illnesses in our society that we just give a different name to and pretend it doesn't matter, but it does matter. And it's not because it matters because I'm embarrassed my mother has this stuff. It matters because her mental health is such that she feels the need to hoard this stuff in order to have value. She doesn't feel value on her own. She has to have things to give herself value. It's something that needs to be fixed. It's not going to be fixed, but there's a lot of people in our society that have that problem. I mean, I was hesitant about doing online sales because I see people out there that really can't afford to buy things that are buying things because it's like, oh, I don't know, there was like a Law and Order episode or something where this woman was buying 20, 30 things a night from JTV. And she couldn't afford it. And she lost her house and this and that. And it was because it made her feel like, when she got the box in the mail, it gave her that little high, and it's a sickness. And we have to find other ways to get that without emptying our bank accounts or making our homes unlivable so that nobody will come and be friends with us. And, yeah, it happens. I mean, it does. And I have moved a lot being an Army wife. And then, when we moved here, we took a 4-bedroom house and consolidated it into a 20-foot U-Haul. And that was what we brought with us. And, that was a little, you know. But yeah, I mean, you don't need, none of us need it. None of us. And it really does not, it's not beneficial for your mental health, your physical health, your financial health. It's not. And, you just have to find some other way to get that dopamine and go running. I don't know. I don't do that. But I mean, they say it's great. I don't know. I say it hurts. Yeah, see, there's things that, I get it. I mean, I even understand the concept of it. I even know why it feels good. I understand it all. And it is a hurdle that people have to overcome unless it's not damaging their lives. I mean, and it's not, it just is it is. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means you have a way of thinking about things that is not productive for you. And how do you go about changing that? I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I wanted to be one, but I'm not. But, you know, there are ways. There are techniques for a lot of things. There are places to talk to people that can help you work through it and figure out what it is. And, you know, this is just one little, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody, so I'm hoping no one's feeling offended, but, you know, something I've experienced in my life, you know, but you have to like work through it. Why did you feel the need to do that? And what can you do in place of that to get that same feeling without being detrimental to your life? And it's not like a magic wand kind. It's like, it's hard work, and it's a lot of emotional baggage that you have to get rid of. And, you know, just same with overeating. A lot of people comfort eat, they call it, you know, because they weren't given the emotional stability they needed as a child, but, you know, they'd eat that cupcake and they'd feel good. You know, that's the adrenaline, that's the hormones, that's, you know, and you associate it that way, and it becomes a habit, and then it's really hard to break, you know? No, no. And I really don't hope you're thinking that at all. Hey, Theodore, how's it going? No, it's not. And there's a lot of reasons for it. There's a lot. Unfortunately, we live in a world where it seems to enjoy messing up people's brains for no good reason. So, you know, and a lot of it's because we dealt with people who had messed up brains that were told to suck it up and move on, and no one ever helped them work through their feelings. Whatever the feelings are, there's a lot of reasons. It's not just lack of love. There's anger issues. There's so many reasons, but a lot of it boils down to, just everybody wants to be accepted. Everybody wants someone to just be happy to sit with them and not try to fix them. You got to find your tribe, and just be careful your whole tribe isn't off the rockers, because, then that's how trouble starts. Doesn't go well, so. Yeah, well, Holly, welcome to the club, honey. Welcome to the club. I mean, like I said, I live a non-conventional life that 90% of the population of America, anyway, would be like, why do you live there? I understand my life is not for everyone, but I'm not trying to impress everyone. I'm only trying to impress myself. I want to get up in the morning and not hate the fact that I have to get up and function in this whatever situation I'm in. Oh, really, Holly? That's so cool. Yeah. And that, again, I mean, I don't like the term mental illness, but I mean, it is what it is. It's the language we have. But, it's my thing. It's your perception of the world. It's what stimulates you. You're not getting what you need. Whatever that is, you're not getting it. So that's why you have a behavior that gives you that the rest of the world may not understand. Your job is to figure out how to change the stimulus, so you can still get what you don't have to hate the way you're living. You just know that it's not working. It's not working out. This is not comfortable. It's too much hassle. It's causing problems. What do I have to do? Now, that doesn't mean you have to do everything in one day either, which a lot of people, especially like with a hoarding situation, hiring a cleaning crew to come in and empty out a hoarder's house is more detrimental than actually sitting there and working through it with people. There's a process they have, whether you understand it or not is irrelevant. They have a process they need to go through in order to give up these belongings, whatever they are. It doesn't even matter what the belongings are. There's an attachment to them that gives them a feeling that allows them to function on a daily basis. If you remove that, you might as well just lock them up, because now you've taken the one bit of stability they did have going, even if you didn't understand it, you took it away from someone. You can't just pull the rug out from someone and expect everybody to be okay. They have to rebuild new skills. They have to find ways to fill that void with something that's more productive in their life. And again, that goes for pretty much any kind of mental illness on the planet. You know, there's ways to work with things, but just telling someone they're stupid or you have to clean this house, or that doesn't help on any level. They know it, they can't do it. You know, I've been paralyzed by, I don't know, depression. I never went to a doctor to get a name for it. You know, I'm sitting there on the couch, pile of dishes on the counter, looking at it. Like, you got to do the dishes. It takes, what, 10 minutes to wash the dishes? How hard is it to wash the dishes? It's not that hard. But if you wait 3 or 4 days, it becomes a major project. I mean, I've been there, and I just, like, literally cannot force myself to get up and wash those dishes. You know? Why? I don't know. Because for whatever reason, that just wasn't going to happen. Now you have to give yourself permission to accept it and move on. You know, right? Help them. But again, your idea of help, you have to ask what it is they need. And they may not be able to articulate because they don't necessarily know. They know that they need their house cleaned and that they should not be doing these things anymore, but they don't know how to go from where they're at to that. There's a whole lot of steps in the middle. And helping is when you think you're helping, you may actually be hurting if you're not involving the person that needs the help. That makes sense? It's very complicated. It's not a simple, easy situation. Not for any. Like I said, you know, we have to be talking about hoarding, but, you know, overeating, not paying your bills because you had to spend more money on video games. That's, you know, any kind of an addiction, you know, really, it's an addiction. And my belief is that, you know, you're addicted to that feel good because you're not getting it from the rest of the world, from your relationships, from your job, from whatever it is that, you know, gives you that feeling. You're not getting it. And probably you're feeling overwhelmed by those things because you don't fit in there. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means you're not in the right circumstance, which is what we were talking about. The universe is shaking it up. You're going to get changed whether you like it or not. So again, my suggestion is start really figuring out what you want and work on it. Even if it's tiny, tiny baby steps, even if you make progress and you backslide, just keep doing it. Right, exactly, Jack. It just is what it is, you know? And yeah, I'm sure a psychiatrist will have a name for it. It's probably in a textbook somewhere. Whatever. The point is, the general consensus is you have to, you know, going back to Alcoholics Anonymous, I have experience with that too. I wasn't in it, but many of my family members were. You have to admit there's a problem. And then you have to be willing to do something to change it. Unless you, the person involved, or have those two things, nothing will happen. Oh, really? That's what I'm saying, girlfriend. It's time. Like I said, it's May. We're halfway into this year. And there's a lot of rocking and rolling going on all over the planet. So, and I don't just mean the boom booms. I mean earthquakes. I mean solar flares. I mean volcanoes. I mean pretty much every government. I don't think there's one that's actually working properly. And there's a lot more that I'm aware of. But the ones that I follow, no, none of them. They're all broken. It's time. We got to do it, folks. We got it. You know, you can put that to any level. You can keep it right personal at home. You can take that out into the whole wide politics of the world. So much is broken, and it's our job to fix it. It's not just the leaders. And I say that very lightly because just because they have the title doesn't mean they're actually doing the job. So There's a lot of stuff going on out there that we need to take some charge of. And it sucks because you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to go run for school board. But, you know, if you're in your 30s or even your 40s, get out there and run for school board. I'm old. My kids are grown and I don't even have grandkids. So at this point, I mean, I have an opinion about how the education system should go. But I don't have my iron in the fire right now, you know? There you go, Holly. That works for me. You want to say hi? Yeah, you're getting on my table. Let's see if we can back you up, bub. Here's Ziggy. Just come to say hi. All right, you're not even supposed to be in here. Now you're up on camera. There you go. Yeah, and you know, I mean, I did it. I mean, I went to school for early childhood education. I worked in the system. I was the biggest, nastiest advocate for my 3 children growing up. You know, did nobody pay attention? That's, you know, I don't know what to say about that. You know, I'm old and I'm tired and I'm just going to take care of my business. But yeah, especially if you got kids or grandkids or any stake in the future, man, somebody better be paying attention because it is not good. Y'all out there that buy things, when you go to tag sales, buy those old books, especially the old encyclopedia sets. Oh, I wish I still had mine. Oh, yeah. You know, the stuff out in print before the ability to wipe it all out. That's what we're all going to need when, you know, the EMP comes and wipes out all of our lovely little electronic devices that we all live on. And I will miss you guys, sadly. But get yourself some books that tell you how to do things, huh? This is my suggestion. Yeah, no. So yeah, anybody got any questions for me? Anything we should be looking into? Anything you need to know? And don't ask me about love. I don't do that. You get your head right. The person supposed to hang out with you will show up. That's usually my advice. Work on yourself first, then worry about the rest of it. All right, Regina, let's see. Yep. I don't know if you looked at that link I sent you, Regina, but I gotta say, I wasn't super impressed with what the cards are. I wouldn't spend that much money on them. Up to you, of course, but I would not. I was looking at the numerology one, but I can get more information than that online free. So, but they were kind of pricey, huh? $50 a deck. Yeah, these aren't cheap, folks. These cards are not cheap. That's why I love missing Miss Marion right now. She's probably selling more tarot cards. Get them out of storage units a lot. So that's kind of cool. We got yin, and this one popped out. Time for a nap, Regina. You've been working too hard, girl. Let's see. All right, yin. The feminine principle of receptivity. Letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues. The art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it happens. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. Stop forcing it, girlfriend. It's coming. Just be patient. Your prosperity message. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Breathe, Regina, breathe. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want, how you want to feel, basking in your success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is a sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. And your protection message is, do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist on being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, and abundance fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. All right, let's see what 24 says. That one popped out. Time for a nap. Number 6. Things be moving, girlfriend. Things be moving. Rest, rejuvenate, and renew. Temporary non-action allows dreams to arise. You just got to take a break, girl. That's it. It's what these cards are saying. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, and your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overall busy mind can block you from your inner wisdom. If you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement right now. Yes, she is. But she's very driven on her own ambitions for her life. She's very good with other people, but now it's time for her to give herself a break. Bye, Jack. Have fun. You could use it. Well, girlfriend, you know, think you need one. The universe says so. Oh man, I know. Sleep, I don't do a lot of that lately either. Yeah, that's just an age thing, you know. It happens. Yeah, well, okay. You don't have to sleep, girlfriend, but you need to slow your roll. You're gonna wear yourself out. You know, that extra $10 ain't gonna, change your life. So I'm just telling you what the cards say. You do what you want to do, but I'm just saying. It's telling you right here. Chill out, girlfriend. Chill out. It's giving you a break, girl. You just gotta, sit back, let some of the stuff you've already done start playing out. Stay on track. And I didn't say get lazy. It just said, you're allowed to, say no to that extra show or, maybe not run back and forth 6 times a day, whatever. Oh, I know. Yeah. I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning now, and I go to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning. So 5 to 6 hours sleep's all I get, and the rest of the time I'm just awake. Yeah, the moon. Well, last night it came up really late. It was like around 10:30, and we had a lot of clouds. Well, there you go, girlfriend. And I'm not saying, yay, you said no. I'm saying, but good on you for having the time. Take the time for yourself. Get the organization done, whatever it is you need to do. Beth. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I can just go outside with those donkeys and just hang out with them, and it's just lowers my blood pressure. Well, unless I'm out there because Willow's being bad, but climbing over fences to find fly masks. Yeah, for me, being in nature, dealing with that's, when it was so quiet the other night, we were all sitting out on the patio and my daughter was here and we just chilling out, watching the moon rise, looking at the stars. Like, yeah, this is it, man. This is living to me. Be nice if I had a little, lake over there, but I don't. So, yeah. So, what are y'all up to for the rest of the day? Anything good? I am going to work on the rest of my thumbnails. I've got 4 or 5 more to put up to get me through July, so I can be done with that. And then I can have time to do other things because, we started spring cleaning a while ago. And then the daughter came, so we kind of stopped the big stuff and did the house cleaning stuff. And so I actually have a fairly clean house right now, but, we still have more to do. Always with the more to do. And, yeah, we got the rugs clean, the curtains clean. We did the windows, we got more dusting to do. Always. That's just never ending. She liked it. She brought me this from the fish show. My little Grateful Dead with the peach. Is that just not the cutest? For those of you who don't know, my name is Ellen Rose Peach. For real. That is really my name. So I love this. Yeah, we didn't get to see her very much. They got here kind of late. On Saturday, they came up. We had cake and dinner. Then they went back, and we saw them the next day. Doug took them out to play with the pew-pews, and we just kind of hung around for a little bit, had lunch, and they headed out. So we didn't get to visit a lot, but aquarium, nice. Nice, Holly. Yeah, isn't that cute? I just love it. Yeah, and when she got here, I was actually wearing my Grateful Dead shirt with the bears on it. You know, they've been to Fish, and Fish is a cover band for the Dead, you know. For those that don't know, you know. I miss my aquariums, Holly. They're a lot of work, you know. I mean, of course, you know, at the pet shop, we had like 40. So, you know, a little bit different than one at home. We had freshwater, saltwater, tropical fish, cold water fish, cichlids. We had all, you know, we had coral. I miss my puffer fish. I really love my puffer fish. I had a really cool 125-gallon cold water tank with like elephant fish and discus and fancy goldfish and cool like shovel nose sharks and, you know, really nice, cool Placostomus. And oh, yeah, I miss my tanks. Yeah, you know, we had, let's see, I think we had 30 10-gallons on the salt, on the freshwater side. No, that's not true. We had 30 10-gallons and we had 6 20-gallons and then the 125. And then we had 9 20-gallon that were brackish. And those were, you know, like for the cichlids and that kind of stuff. And then we had, oh boy, we had 225-gallon. One was a standard tall tank and one was a touch tank. It was big and square, like 4 feet by 4 feet. And it was only like 2 feet deep. And that's where we kept corals and seahorses and pipefish and cowfish. Oh, I miss my tanks. Then we had another big 150 in the back with the big grumpy fish. And yeah, I miss my tanks. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I ever get rich, boy, I'm going to have a floor to ceiling giant saltwater tank and pay someone to come and take care of it for me. Because if I could, I'd live in a dome under the ocean in a coral reef just because that is just, I would love that. You know, yeah, right. I mean, I loved that touch tank I had because we had like cleaner shrimp and little crabs and cleaner fish, and you could just sit there and just for hours and just watch their interactions. It was just awesome. Just awesome. We had a parrot in Amazon at the pet shop. Loved to watch the cichlids. And she loved guinea pigs too. Loved guinea pigs. It was so funny. Yeah, I do miss the water. I gotta say, even though I wasn't a beach girl, I did grow up on water, lakes and oceans and creeks in the backyard, and you know, I do miss that. All right, Miss Terry, you have a good one. Yeah, I've been on for a couple hours and I got to go feed donkeys in about 15 minutes anyway. So, anybody else want a card before I head out? I'll pull you a card. Pull you this one, or that one, or that one. And I'm going to spend the rest of the day doing thumbnails. Oh, dominoes. Oh, yeah. We had convict catfish, saltwater, and they like to school up. Oh, they're like striped, black and white striped. I could go on and on, guys. I had so many cool fish at the pet shop. It was like, you know, having a pet shop. It was like you can order any pet you want. You don't have to take it home, but you get to, you know, deal with it and learn about it and enjoy it. And, you know, yeah, really cool. Oh, really, Regina? I missed Marion because I was over here. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not talking to you now. Were they good ones? You got to tell me what they were. I got a couple the other day. Yeah, she's had some good ones, man. And who, I think Monica. She's always in there going after the ones I want. Yeah, FYI, when I'm out there in auctions and I'm not selling, I'm just like the rest of y'all. I am not a seller. I'm a buyer, and I will bid against you. Larry Morley, there you go. Yeah, we had like a pair of clowns that was living in the anemone. I sold the whole setup, the anemone with the pair of clowns, you know. Oh, so cool. So cool. Well, I'll have to go back and look. Now I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. Oh, funny. Yeah, I mean, I was, when I first started selling, I'm like, oh, I don't want to bid against one of my customers. And I'm like, well, you know what? I was a customer before I was a seller, and I want it. And it's not, most of the stuff I buy is not for resale. It's for me. Just, so nobody has bad feelings out there. And when I buy lots, it's usually because there's some things in there that I like, and then the rest of it I will resell. But, if I'm bidding against you, it's because I want it, not because I want to resell it to you for more money, just so you know. Clowns, yeah, they're awesome. They had some panda clowns now and bettas. I love bettas. I had so many cool bettas. We would get female bettas. We do 2 or 3 female bettas with 1 male, and you could put them in regular fish tanks as long as you aren't putting them in with like fancy fin guppies and things, stuff where they have big fins that will make the males nip at them. But you can keep 2 or 3 females with 1 male in a regular fish tank, and they're really cool. Or you can just keep them on their own. You can keep females with a male in a tank without other fish, and they're really fun, and you can do all kinds of cool plant setups with them. They love to sleep. They actually will lay on a plant to go to sleep. It's really, I could talk all day about animals, folks. Oh, boy. Oh, guys, let me show you what I got. Hang on, I'll be right back. So cool. I know, Ziggy, we're going to go. We're going to go 10 minutes before they get to eat. All right, you guys see her. I got to get some of her artwork. Check this out. Hang on. Oh, you can see most of it at least. Isn't that cool? I have a bathroom here with all of my ocean stuff. This is from 1899 January House. Is that what it's called? This is her. She does this. Casey Folds, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. She's the Outer Banks. She has all these really cool paintings. This is her original works. And she has dogs, all kinds of beach stuff. Really cool. Like, really cool. So if you ever get a chance, check her out. Yeah, I love it. I just loved it. I had to have it. I wanted 3 or 4 of them, but I was good and only bought 1. She has a really cool starfish that I may have to get to go with this, because it was like she had like, I don't know, 3 or 4. Artists will make like a set of things. They can be separate or together, but yeah, I may have to get her starfish because I really like the starfish too. But yeah, check her out. She goes into Johnny's morning show, and I saw her on someone else's auction. That's where but she's going to be doing her own. I think it's $18.99 something. It's not on here, unfortunately, but Casey Folds. Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Casey Fold Art, Outer Banks. Oh, here you go. CaseyFoldArt.com. You can check her out right there, and I'm sure you'll find more info on where to find her. But yeah, I just was in love with it, and I got it when Emma was here, so I opened it, and she's like, ooh. So, all right, you folks. Let's pull one card for the outgoing for the month here. Here, we'll take this one sticking out. Awesome. No way. Serendipity. Serendipity. Number 18. 9 endings. Opportunity. Aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dreams resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. There you go. Oh, she does, Holly. She does. But yeah, you know, this show is called Seeking Serendipity, and we got the Serendipity card. So I think that's the perfect place to end it. And yeah, definitely check it out. You want me to show you again here? Type it. I don't know. I think it'll let me. Casey. Okay, here we go. I don't know if this will actually be a link or not. Casey Folds Art. And if not, just copy it and paste it into your browser. I'm typing in StreamYard, so I don't know if that'll be a clickable link or not. But there you go. Casey Fold Art. Folds Arts. FOLDS.com. Check her out. She is on YouTube. She does come into Johnny's morning show. And I don't know where she's doing auctions. I see her occasionally. Awesome, guys. Well, you all have a serendipitous day, okay? I love y'all. I will see you out and about. My next auction is Tuesday. Wonder Woman. Hippie Chicky Wonder Woman show, and then the following Tuesday, oops, wrong one. The following Tuesday, I don't have it up yet, but it's my birthday show. That's one I have to go put up. So we got the May birthday show, and then on Thursday with Miss Regina. The following Thursday is the get together. We've got 10 sellers. We have Calypso Cat and John joining us. So 2 new sellers to the channel. And then we have Tie-Dye Trio with Joanne and Terry, and then the Open Emporium, and then back over here to Seeking Serendipity. So that's the month, you know, every Tuesday, Thursday at 2:11, except for the third Thursday, which is when I am on at 1:11 because I didn't want to change everybody. All right, y'all. Love ya. Have yourselves a good day. Drop me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.